Hi, Scorpios. Welcome to your weekly forecast. I'm back. I know it's crazy. And I'm back with tarot cards. I know a lot of you have questions. What is going on this channel? So confused. I am going to address that stuff, just not in this video. This video is going to be a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for December 14th through the 20th. Keep in mind we are coming into a new moon eclipse cycle. Eclipse cycles will usually run us about 6 months or so. So whatever comes up in this reading, it could be kind of setting the tone for the next 6 months for a lot of you. Scorpios, we are water sign, right? And so water signs tend to be very sensitive to moon energy in general. So we'll see. We'll see how these energies are affecting you guys and see what's coming up here in the reading. Keep in mind that these are general readings, okay? Keep in mind they're general readings, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm going to see what is happening here. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So the first card here is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So Knight of Pentacles oftentimes will come to us with the message that slow and steady wins the race, okay? And I feel that this Knight of Pentacles is coming up, Scorpio, to give a lot of you like the okay, or to allow you to give yourself permission to slow down with something. I'm getting an image. Spirit is showing me this vision or visual of jumping through hoops, like jumping through hoops, you know, trying to hit certain marks, trying to, reach certain goals, or to, step up to some challenge, and you have been giving it 200%. Okay, you've been giving it so much, and it may be not just a specific situation, it could just be the way you've been living your life over the past few years. Maybe you've just gone to it where you're all in or you're all out, and when you're all in, you've been just kind of, really giving something, like I said, 200%. And the Knight of Pentacles is coming in to give you yourself permission to kind of just lay back. Not lay back, but like to slow down. Just slow down. Just keep doing the work. One foot in front of the other. But it's not a race. There's nothing to hurry about here. You don't have to hurry up and get anything done. But rather just be consistent. Be consistent so that you don't deal with burnout and that you have consistent growth. When your actions are consistent, your results will be consistent, right? So you don't have like this, giving something so much and then burning out and then not being able to deliver, or just like not even wanting it anymore because you're so tired of it. So like a sense of pacing yourself. So I feel, Scorpio, a lot of you are getting that into check, or a lot of you are getting that into balance. Another thing about the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like a lot of you might have a very clear picture of how you want your future to be in terms of your stability, in terms of your resources, your finances, where you want your roots to be, or, kind of maybe get your roots into deeper. And you're coming up with a plan over time, or you're finding that that just having consistent steps is enough. You don't have to stress yourself out to hurry up and to make it happen. I also get a sense or a feeling, it's so funny, this is more intuitive because obviously you don't see this in the picture, but I get a sense or a feeling that the Knight of Pentacles is being followed. So I feel that for some of you, someone who maybe was trying to rush you, or somebody who you didn't let pull you into a situation, they might be coming up behind you now and saying, okay, Scorpio, I want to work with you. Okay, whether this be in a work situation or a relationship, or someone that wants to pick up a friendship or a relationship, they're like, I want to work with you. I want to do this. You show me the way. What are you comfortable with doing? We'll let you take the lead. So in some way, I feel like somebody is not rushing you or pressuring you anymore, but giving you the chance to decide what feels right, or to just kind of let you lead the way about a situation or a project. There's a sense of leadership here. Okay, whether you're taking leadership or ownership of a project, or how something is being handled, or whether you're setting the pace about a situation, or even boundaries. There could be some kind of boundaries that you're setting, but there's this sense or this feeling where you're not rushed, you're going at your pace, and you are making beneficial decisions that are going to have long term success, long term results, things that are going to produce fruit. Your next card here is the Queen of Wands. Now, Queen of Wands also came up for Leo. And so Leo can be here as a interaction for some of you in some way, whether you have a Leo placement somewhere, and this is the area of your life that's being mostly affected by the next 6 months, the energy of next 6 months, like you're manifesting or clearing in that particular area of your life, or some of you may be dealing with a Leo. Queen of Wands could be any fire sign, really. But I just say that because it came up for Leo. I remember it coming up for them. And for them, I had a different feeling for the card than I do for you guys. Queen of Wands, to me here, for you guys, Scorpio, I do feel there's like this sense of where even though you might be taking something slow, you're ready to take action. There's something you'd been holding off on, and you're like, okay, this is it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to walk through this door, right? You've been procrastinating walking through the door, which is interesting because those of you that watch my readings, you've heard me say this before in the past, that Queen of Wands tends to come up in my readings where you've just been pushed in the corner so many times, you're tired of it, and you're so angry that it motivates you to make big changes, positive changes in your life, and you set out for something, and because you're just so driven and so fed up, you accomplish that goal very quickly. Like there's like this like the anger is the fuel to the fire that's bringing about change, or like, pushing you forward. I don't get like an angry sense from you guys, Scorpio. I don't get a fed up feeling for you guys from the Queen of Wands. I do feel a sense or a feeling of like ownership of your body. So if there were like physical insecurities that you had about yourself, I feel like there's this sense of like confidence, or this sense of like not judging yourself physically or not judging your body. If there have been issues that you've had around like physical intimacy, those, it's like you're feeling in control of that. Like whatever fear was there was gone, or whatever reluctance you had there was gone, and you're ready to move forward. Okay. If you had physical intimacy issues with someone, a particular person, you guys might be finally working that out, right? Or you might be feeling like you're ready to address like physical, those physical intimacy things with someone that you trust, or that you feel comfortable with, or maybe you're opening yourself up in that way. I know a lot of Scorpios, before I went away for a while and I was doing the weekly readings, and a lot of you were like, oh my god, that's so me. I know a lot of Scorpios have kind of put relationships on the back burner for a while, because we were in that terrible dark night of the soul, crazy Saturn energy for like a good 10 to 12 years. And it wasn't until the past couple of years that things lifted, that gave us a chance to make some progress, or to reach our goals, or to like kind of put career and things like, or education first, right? So relationship was on the back burner for a lot of people. And then a lot of Scorpios were having like their psychic ability strengthened, and coming into their spiritual gifts, and like the spiritual side of things. Queen of Wands to me feels like you're coming into a balanced, controlled, um physical experience, like experiencing the physical realm, coming back into the body, and coming back into like the earthly side of the human experience, but in a way that you're in control of it. It's not consuming you. It's not running away from you, right? Like you're in control of your passions. Your next card here, Scorpio, is the Page of Pentacles. Now, pages in general can indicate children, obviously. So there could be, I'm going to use the word issues, but I'm not saying issues in terms of problems. I'm saying issues in terms of themes. Like there could be themes or things coming up involving children, or, you know, if you have children, or you're thinking about having kids, that might be something you're looking into. Some of you might be thinking about, like, far down the line, you might be saying, oh well, you know, maybe I should look into you know freezing, you know, whatever you have, whatever you have, whatever baby making, uh I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I think I'm allowed to say eggs, or I don't know if I'm allowed to say the other one. YouTube has all kinds of, you know, rules here, but you get what I'm saying. You might be freezing something for the future, like, oh, if I don't get around to have, you know, biological children now because I'm working on these goals, what would it cost? How could I go about, like, you know, preserving that so that later on, you know, if I want to use that later, I can use that later. Maybe some of you are looking into, like, you know, financing adoptions or financing some kind of, you know, fertility thing, or getting your money together for being able to have kids. So there could be issues in children in that way. Page of Pentacles for other ones of you is going to indicate taking on some kind of project that is going to be profitable for you, but you might be starting small. Okay, so you might be taking, you might be, you know, finding a way where you're earning income. That income might not be a massive income right now, but it may be enough to where you're able to take just a little away at a time and invest it into something, whether you're buying equipment to start some kind of new business or take some kind of classes, or whatever it might be. There's like this sense of what's coming in. You're able to put it into investing into something that is going to be beneficial for you long term. A lot of times, Page of Pentacles can indicate the energy of investing, like, you know, getting really clear about where you're putting your time and your energy and how you can make your money go the furthest, right? A lot of the times we get stressed out and we're like, oh my gosh, I need to get more money and I need to get more money. And so we're trying to find a job that pays more money, or we're trying to, like, convince our boss that they need to give us a raise. And when Page of Pentacles comes in, a lot of the times it's the energy where all of a sudden you're able to look at things to where, you know, maybe you don't have more money coming in just yet, but you're able to do a lot more with the money that you have, and you're able to make it go a lot farther, and kind of, you know, get out of that feeling of like struggling so much. So you might be seeing more clearly. There could be financial blocks that are being removed, to where you're having a healthier, and more abundant relationship with your finances. Your next card here, Scorpio, is the Four of Cups, right? Now, Four of Cups is a card that a lot of people see and they're like, oh, bummer, you know, bummer, 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 because it can indicate a sense or a feeling of not being satisfied or not liking what we're being offered. And I'm going to be very, very honest with you, Scorpio. I know Scorpios, you know, patience might not be our strongest virtue sometimes, you know, depending on your placement and your personality. You know, it might be that we're like, you don't like to wait about something, right? Or like you make your mind up and you're very, like, passionate about it, and you want to get going about what you're passionate about. I do feel, like I said, you guys are in this energy of, uh you know, slow and steady wins the race, because you know it's the right way to do things, and because you're just, frankly, you don't have it in you to be jumping through hoops like you used to. And the Four of Cups to me is like this, like, gosh, man, like, now I gotta wait, or now it's gonna take this, like, you know. So I feel like there's some dissatisfaction in that way for some of you. Like, you are being patient, right? You are doing the work, you do see progress, but a part of you just wishes you can hurry up and fast forward and get to the finish line. And so you might just, like, be like, like, you know, I don't like that, because there's a sense or this feeling of, like, waiting, like, oh God, like, I hate that I'm waiting. I feel that way, that vibe when I look at the picture. Now, Four of Cups can also indicate that some of you Scorpios, over the next 6 months, as you're manifesting, Scorpio, I want you to listen to this, because I have a feeling that a lot of you have had a feeling that you haven't been able to figure out or place it. I feel like a lot of Scorpios have been struggling with the sense of feeling satisfied or feeling a sense of gratitude, where it's not that you're not grateful for what you have, you just haven't felt like satisfied or content with the way things have been, right? And you're being modest, you're being humble, you don't have unrealistic expectations, but you can't figure out what it is. It's like I feel as if I'm being ungrateful, but I don't know what I'm being ungrateful about. I don't know what it is that I'm like expecting or wanting. It's not like I have some crazy, obsession or some crazy unrealistic expectation, but just something seems to be missing. I feel there's this revelation that you guys are going to have where all of a sudden that feeling is going to make sense. And what's happening is you're realizing that you have been manifesting, you have been clearing, you have been healing. You've seen that within yourself. You've seen ways in which you've manifested things and made progress in your life, but you're still not happy. All of a sudden, you have this manifestation that this is what the issue is. You've been so disappointed for so long, or you've had so many upsets, that when you came out of that, Saturn cycle, when you came out of that dark night of the soul, your expectations were so low. Even though you've manifested, you had set the bar very low. And now you're realizing that, hey, you know what? I can set the bar higher, because a lot of what I've manifested, it's just bare bones, minimum stuff that I used to think was impossible. I used to think it was so out of reach. And like I've basically manifested the ability to exist, somewhat comfortably. But now I can manifest more. I can manifest things that bring joy. I can manifest things that I'm passionate about. I can manifest a life that feels more abundant. Now, keep in mind, abundance is not only about money. Yes, money and physical necessity is a part of abundance, but abundance is all good things. So you're beginning to realize that, hey, you know what? It's time for me to set the bar a little bit higher in terms of what I'm calling in and what I'm manifesting. Right? I deserve more than to exist. I deserve more than just the bare minimum. Right? It's like, we don't want to go into a job where we're miserable and say, oh, but you know what, it's okay because at least my boss doesn't scream at me, and at least my boss pays me on time every week, and they don't they don't insult me. That's like bare minimum. Like, like you deserve to have a job where you're being paid on time. You deserve to have a job where you're not being insulted or humiliated, or even a relationship, right? Like, I'm not happy with this relationship, but at least this person doesn't beat me up. That is bare minimum. It is bare minimum that you be in a relationship with somebody that is not being abusive, right? So that's what I mean to say when I'm talking about bare minimum, right? Just because you have people in your life that are treating you with respect, or they're giving you what you're entitled to, that is bare minimum, right? We can have gratitude for it, but we can also realize that, hey, you know what? I deserve higher than this, or I deserve more than this. And that's the feeling I'm getting here with the 4 of Cups. All right, Scorpio. Again, you might want to watch your moon sign and rising sign. It might bring a little bit extra information for some of you. You might want to schedule a private reading. If that is the case, you can schedule a private reading with me. I do have a limited number of private readings available right now at calendly.com/amethyst angelite. There's also a link in the description that you can click on to schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, Scorpio. Take care.